up my whole life, I have always been a follower up until just as of recently. I always wanted to copy people, what works for them, what gets them the most girls, what works the best to get them the most attention. And I never truly was myself. I always found myself going from phase to phase, hopping trends, trying to do what everyone else is doing, whatever's popular on the internet, whatever people like, basically living a life just for validation and trying to get girls. I remember when I first started trying to get myself in the game, I had friends that were already ahead of me in some aspects. And I thought the reason why they got results in that aspect of life and not me is because they were pretty boys, they clean shaven, just like the TikToker, all that stuff. And they even did it too, to an extent. And I literally just copied them. I got the style down and I made TikToks and did all that stuff myself. But keep in mind, this is whenever I already had shit going for myself, when I already got through the starting phases of my career, my brand, and my journey, right? And this really did take a toll on me because I was just so fixated on my looks. Oh, I want to look the best to maximize the amount of girls I get or whatever, right? And yeah, I did get results and stuff like that, but was I really happy? Because if you really look at it, I was really thinking about, why am I basing my whole life, my looks, my personality, just to get girls, just for validation, just because what's popular on the internet? And I'm going to go into another point in the later on in this video, but that was my main reason. I was like, why am I doing this? And a lot of you guys right now might be thinking, I got to look a certain way. I got to do this, this, and this because this is what works. A lot of you black guys might think, oh, I got to be like Duke Dennis because, he's the talk of the town right now. You know what I mean? And that's not always the case. As cliche as it sounds, yes, you want to be yourself and you always still want to look good, right? But what works for other people might not work the best for you. It might work a little bit, but it might not be the best option for you, bro. And that's a hard pill that you're going to have to swallow. And you know why? Because it's uncomfortable. And the most uncomfortable thing to do is to experiment with yourself, is to try out different things instead of just copying the crowd. Because yeah, that's easy. You already know it works for other people, so you can just copy paste, right? But nah, I did enter a phase of where I would just experiment different styles, different things. What really works for me? Who am I really? And a lot of you guys are going to need to go through that phase. And I'm not saying being a pretty boy is a bad thing, but it might work for some people. I had to realize that's not the best thing for me, especially career-wise, because I'm already far into my career social media-wise and doing business deals with large sums of money. And I have these cross earrings, nose piercings, whatever, TikTok, whatever. That's not the best look if I really want to make some serious cash. Maybe if I want to get the most girls in a certain period of time, sure, yeah. But is that really my goal as it goes to the first point? And if that's really your goal, this isn't for you. This is for really guys that are seriously on self-improvement that really want to level up themselves. And that's perfectly okay. Everyone has that phase once in a while. You know what I mean? And I went through, like I said, I was experimenting, I tried to be a little emo. I tried to be more like beach vibes, all these things. And I've really came to a conclusion with my style, right? I don't have a name, but I know what I like and what I don't like. And the main thing is comfort, because a lot of times you're not going to be comfortable in your own shoes. And when I say that, I don't mean like in some grind shit, right? I mean whenever you're dressing more comfortable, comfortable in your own shoes, you are who you say you are. You feel like you are. How do I word this? Comfortable in your own shoes, as in you feel like this is the best version of yourself. Me, when I was a pretty boy, I did not feel like that's the best version of myself because I know deep down that's not who I am. And you have to understand that at a very early time in this self-improvement stage. If you're not acting who you are deep down, then you're never going to be fulfilled. You're always going to be overly cautious, always looking, trying to fix these flaws or whatever that you think you have. And that's what it leads to the next point. I was actually way more insecure than I ever was when I was a pretty boy. Right now, I just do my own thing. And honestly, I think I look better. And the thing is, I'm a lot more confident right now than ever. And no matter what, yes, you want to focus on your looks and look better, right? But sometimes when you hyperfixate on things, these styles, these trends, bro, there's so much stuff out there that it's overwhelming. You could always look better, right? But you always thinking about, okay, what's the next thing I need to do? What's the next thing I need to do? You forget the goal and you get psyoped into thinking this is the only thing that matters. And then you start getting insecure. It's kind of like body dysmorphia. You start looking at flaws like, I don't know, maybe your nose or whatever, or your lips, like stuff that the average person can't really fix. And even if you want to fix that, why are you letting yourself get tricked into like getting surgery, all these things, thinking that all these imperfections is holding you back? When in reality, it's just your obsession with trying to look ultra good. Like me, whenever I wanted to be a pretty boy and whatever, that was me being obsessed with looking ultra good just to get a certain outcome in life. That is honestly, chasing wise, toxic. So I'm going to conclude this video with this. Do what makes you confident, okay? If whatever, being a pretty boy makes you confident, okay, go do it. If doing this, having a full beard, being more masculine makes you more confident, do it. Because even if that's your goal, attracting a mate, nothing will beat confidence, because that's how you feel about yourself inside. And if you don't feel anything strong about yourself inside, then there's no point in living. You're not going to maximize yourself to the full potential. You know what I mean? You have to feel amazing about yourself. And sometimes you do over fixate on these things that don't really matter. It takes more than you gain. And that's all you should focus on. Yes, look good. Take care of your hair, take care of your hygiene, all that stuff. But don't let this consume you. So without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to be dropping new videos every single day. I do long forms as much as I can, pretty weekly or whatever, but check out my YouTube shorts. It's going crazy right now. Y'all are in the OG gang. And listen, guys, if you guys want to take your life into the next level in literally 30 days, like 30 days, bro, if you actually can think about your life right now, you're struggling with no FAP, you're struggling with smoking weed, you want to lose your virginity, you're disrespected, you want to have people, any room you walk into, you want to be respected, and you want to feel good about yourself, look better. Hit the link in description, bro. I have a live stream. I go live every single day, and I'm going to be breaking down how you're going to change your life in the next 30 days. And if you stick to the end of that live, I have a special gift for you. So yeah, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and remember, be confident, do what makes you happy, and let's rise to the top, baby.